Good. So this lesson then is a follow-on from the first lesson we did when we did the briefing with roundabouts, and then I was helping you with full instruction to go around all the roundabouts. Today's lesson then, what I'd like to do is first of all ask you, if you were scaling yourself on 1 to 10, 1 being sort of really bad, 10 being really, really good, where would you scale yourself at this moment in time with regard to roundabouts?
Probably like a 4 or 5.
Okay, so 4 or 5, so that's not bad. At the end of today's lesson, where would you like to be on that scale? Where would you see success being?
Like a 7, 6 or 7.
6 or 7, yeah. Okay, so at the end of this lesson then, if we see how we go, and then we'll sort of see on your scaling where you think you are.
Yeah.
So what I want to try and do today is actually give you a lot more of the responsibility of when to go and when to stay. Don't be scared, because obviously I've got full control on this side, and if need be I'll dip in to help you out, and I can obviously dual control it if I need to, or just tell you to stop or help you in some way. But if possible, try and take a lot more of the responsibility to go. Don't get too concerned if you're holding people up behind you for a while. Everybody had to learn how to drive at some point.
Yep.
Nobody was born with the knowledge of how to drive a car. Everybody had to learn. So if people get just a bit tetchy behind us, well, that's their problem, not ours, really. Okay?
Yep.
Good. So any questions before we start going?
No.
Good. So when you're ready, drive on and turn left at the end of the road, please. Do we need to apply the handbrake now? Good. Well done. So when you do come out, get going as much as you can do.
Yeah.
What we did there was we came out and the car behind just got a little bit close to us, so they had to brake a little bit. Probably wouldn't have been a problem on test. You may have got a driver fault for it. So just a little bit more to the left. Just try and be a metre away from the curb on the left. So the next roundabout, what type of roundabout is this we're coming to, do you know? Main or mini roundabout?
Mini ones.
Good, turn right to the roundabout, please. So, you take your decision as to when you think it's safe to go. Well done. And then again, check your mirrors once you're into the new road to make sure it's safe. In a moment we're going to come up to another roundabout, and at that roundabout we're going to turn right, third exit right, exit number 3. This roundabout is very busy normally, so take your time with it, don't panic. If it takes time to get round, it takes time to get round. So we're turning right, third exit, exit number 3. nice, well done. At the moment you're being quite cautious as to when to come out. Try and be just a little bit more assertive, remembering that you don't really stall the car anymore these days.
Yeah.
You've got very good at doing that. So just a little bit of gas, clutch up to bite when you see the opportunity arising, handbrake off as soon as it comes, and just basically go, yeah? Go ahead at the second roundabout here, please. Second exit, go ahead. So, was that a main roundabout or a mini-roundabout we just went round?
Is that mini?
That was a main roundabout.
Was it?
What should we have done before we came off that roundabout, if it was a main one? Yeah, you should check your mirrors central left and indicate to come off.
Right, okay.
At the next roundabout, go ahead. Can you see where the next roundabout is?
Yeah, right, it's right at the end. Oh no, yeah.
Just here. Hard to see, isn't it? Happy?
Yep.
Good. And at the next roundabout, we're going to turn left, first exit. So remember, you check your mirrors before indicating. Mirror signal manoeuvre, isn't it? So what could we do to secure the car? Hold up. These can take a little while to get through sometimes. Lights could change any second and go whatever. Remember, we're turning left first exit.
Down here.
Yep. Well done. And then at the next roundabout, we're going to turn left first exit again. So remember your mirrors. Happy? Well done. There's a horrible vibration that comes on that dash somewhere, and I've never been able to find it. Well done. Clutch back up. That's it. Just come straight back out again. Good. Meter from parked vehicles and just stay out. There's no point in diving in, diving out. There was no more cars coming really after the blue one. What's the danger now? Tell me the next hazard.
Crossing.
Good. So we couldn't really see to the left of it, could we? So had to go with caution. At the traffic lights we come to, we're going to turn left. Left of the traffic lights. Come right up to the stop line because there's a sensor in the road, and then once you're over the sensor, the light knows that you're here. Handbrake on. If you were too far back, potentially the sensor wouldn't know you were there, wouldn't tell the lights to change, so you could be sitting here for quite a while. Normally changes relatively quickly, these ones. There you go. And remember, we're turning left. Very nicely done. So, at the next roundabout, it is a main roundabout, same one as before really, and we're going to go ahead second exit. Now this is slightly different to what you've been used to on the rules of the roundabouts. Any ideas why?
Because there's right turn.
Because you're using the right hand lane to go ahead.
Oh, right, yeah.
Whereas normally if there's a right hand exit of a roundabout,
Oh yeah, you use
the left hand lane, don't you? Still could go.
You're going straight over.
So mirrors, indicate. That's it. So try and look a little bit more for blockers.
Yeah.
Indicator off. So now we're going to turn left at the roundabout, please. So mirrors indicate. Gentle brake. So can we go? Do we stay?
Go. Oh, well, we have sort of time
Sort of time.
for that
Yeah.
one.
Would have been better to have stayed there, obviously, because that blue one was coming round, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So what do you see ahead?
Roundabout. Well,
Good. We're going to go ahead of this one.
she wasn't indicating. Thought she was going to go around that one.
Her positioning was that she was going to turn left, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The wheels were pointing to the left as well, so all the body language of the car, if you like, was that it was going to turn left. But you're right, she didn't indicate. Perhaps that one wasn't built with indicators. It was an optional extra. Well done. I like the way you just come off the gas there a little bit with that one. At the roundabout we come to, we're going to be turning left first exit. Nice mirrors, well done. Excellent, straight into first, good. So you're only interested in the left-hand lane where the lorry is, because the other lane will be turning left, wouldn't it be? Nicely done. So get out, get going. What's the speed limit of this road?
40.
Let's do it. Make progress when you can. Next roundabout, we're going to turn right, third exit, exit number 3. We're going to turn right at the roundabout, so we can move up because it's a green light.
Just I wasn't sure because of the crossing.
Into first gear.
Okay.
Are you asking me or telling me?
Telling. So we're going right round.
Yep, we're going to third exit. This one.
Ooh.
Well done. Mirrors and indicated. Well done.
That was hard to multitask that one.
It can be that way, can't it? When everything's happening all at once.
Mm-hmm.
In the early stages, to sort of steer,
And
check
looking
mirrors and indicate, and make sure it's safe to come off. It's all quite a lot to ask. So lights could change on you. Go with caution and go whatever, because there comes a point where you just have to go whatever.
Yeah.
Otherwise you'll just do an emergency stop and end up in the middle of the junction. Bit bumpy down here. So what distance should you be away from a car on a dry road?
Isn't it one car?
So it's
Two.
not car lengths at all.
You're not.
You're right in the number 2, but it's not car lengths.
Is it like 2 centimetres or
2
something?
seconds.
2 seconds, that's
Yeah,
it.
keep on going, you're right away.
And then it's like double that and then wet.
So on a wet road it's double that, well done. And then if it's an icy, snowy, horrible, slippery day, it's 10 times that, so it's 20 seconds.
Okay.
Then back on the gas. Your right of way, not theirs. Car turning right has the least priority, doesn't it? But if you start to slow down, they may think that you're going to let them go and pull it in front of you, whereas you had no intention of letting them go, but just that it got a bit confusing as to what you were doing. So the next roundabout we come to, we're going to be turning right. So a little early yet on the indicator.
I need to be looking that way.
And also to the left for blockers. So if that taxi goes, you can go now. Good. Just got to learn how to use the blockers, that's all.
Yeah. Am I going to get past that?
Yeah, breathe in. Always helps to breathe in situations like that. And now the next roundabout we're going to turn right, please. Handbrake on. So you're missing quite a lot of blockers now.
Yeah, I could have gone.
Go now. So if they're coming round, be more decisive in what you want to do.
It's just like, I just double checking.
Yeah, it's hard. Everybody finds it really hard to understand roundabouts as to when to go and when to stay. Turn right to the next roundabout, second exit. So try and make every effort, if you can, to go round the roundabout. On that one we sort of went more over the top of it.
Yeah.
Try and go round it just a little bit more. I know sometimes it's quite difficult to actually get round the whole roundabout. And we'll be coming up to those traffic lights shortly, and we're going to be going ahead this time of the traffic lights. Good, I like the way you held back on that, just in case there was someone on the left hand side of the zebra crossing. Well done. So again, they've been green for a long time. We're going to go ahead. So they've been green for a long time. Good. So always anticipate, if green lights have been green all the way that you've seen them, they're going to change at some point. So always anticipate that and start slowing towards lights that have been green for a long time. Don't increase your speed. Okay, just a quick sneaky peeky both sides, make sure no one's jumping the lights. And at the next roundabout we're going to go ahead, second exit. Nice positioning, well done. Can we go?
Yeah.
Okay, more on the left.
So what do I have indicated off?
So that was a main roundabout.
So what should
indicated off, and we did actually straight line that one. So where we should go around the outside, you went straight across. Do you understand what I mean there?
Yeah, like as in where there's two bits
There
run
was
around,
two
like you see in the
lanes,
middle, yeah.
and you cut across the inside lane there, which wouldn't have gone well on test day. But that's what we're here to do, learn. But you were more decisive on that one as to when to go, so that was good. And at the next roundabout we're going to be turning left. Nice. Interesting area. Good. Well done. Always nice to check the mirrors before you come out. Superb. And we'll be taking the next turning on the right back into where we started from.
That car is over there.
Yeah. So carry on down. Keep going forward into first. And then we're going to go over the humpy bumpy bits, and then we'll just pull up on the left after that. That's down. And just pull up on the left, please. Well done. Okay, so very good. So I asked you at the beginning where you'd mark yourself. You hoped for 6 or 7. Where would you feel you got to there?
I'd say like 6, maybe 6.5.
6.5. Possibly
Okay.
hard on yourself there, but
I think.
I thought it was worth more than that. But if that's what you feel, but I thought that was very good. Roundabouts are everybody's concern, and where we obviously are training, there are lots and lots of roundabouts to actually go through and learn. So it's going to take time to build up your skills and knowledge as to where to look and when to go.
Yeah.
And it's the blockers in the main. It's the timing of the blockers that you've got problems with at the moment, which we'll work on, because obviously you're missing 2 or 3 blockers that are coming round, mainly because you're looking to the right more than the left.
Yeah.
And also there's an element of you're still concerned possibly that you can move the car off quickly,
Yeah.
which you can quite easily do now. So have a bit more confidence in yourself to actually be able to sort of pull off and get out there and get around that roundabout quite quickly. And then you'll find you won't get into problems such as you might have experienced today.
Yep.
Okay, any questions on what we've done today?
No.
Brilliant, well done.